Hello, lovely humans, and welcome to my new video. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lex, and this is Antilia. Today, I'm going to be decorating around some villager houses. The terraforming is done for the most part from a previous live stream that I did. You can find it in my live stream playlist, but I wanted to go ahead and start decorating, so I went in planning to do just one house and ended up doing 3. Enjoy! I hope that you like watching this neighborhood coming together. Basically, I've done half the neighborhood. There are 6 houses in the neighborhood, and I decided to start on the left side. All of this furniture around me, which I will run through, is kind of the aesthetic I want to go for. This is potential furniture I'll use. While I do that, I did open a P.O. box, so I really hope that you're excited about that as I am. You can find my address in the description and in the community tab, as well as in the link in my Instagram bio. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this build. I'm gonna move Truffles' house. Well, I'm not gonna move it, but it's not gonna stay the same because I'm gonna move Truffles out. But I figured I'd just go ahead and start the build even though she's still here, and I'm not sure exactly what the house aesthetic is gonna be for the villager I move in instead of her. But since this is a generic like city area for me, I was like, you know what? Let's just hope it'll work out either way. I decided to go ahead and do most of the pathing for this neighborhood just because I think it's going to be important understanding what room I have to work with, and I do put some decor on the right side even though it's not a lot. So I figured it'd be great to map it out, even if just for the map view, so that you can see exactly what my vision is for the neighborhood. I usually keep my cliff edges very rounded, but for this build, I decided to take them down and rebuild them so they would be sharp corners. That way I could use fences up to the very edge. I'm going to use a combination of hedges and the spooky fence. Thank you so much to Aubrey from my Discord for lending me these hedges that I'm using today. I had none, and I forgot that I don't have the recipe on this island, so lifesaver, truly. Also, huge thank you to Nate who gave me bamboo shoots, because I think bamboo is really important for my island and I didn't have any of those either. So honestly, award for least prepared for any speed build goes to me, Lex Play. Thank you, everyone. I'm building more cliff on this edge, that way I can have 2 trees framing the bench, because it really bothered me potentially having it where it wasn't even with the incline, but I still wanted there to be trees around it, and it also bothered me to have the trees or one tree behind the bench and it not be lined up with the center of the bench, if that makes sense. So I just decided to expand this whole cliff edge and give myself room to make it aesthetic how I plan to. I don't think I've done this for a previous villager house build, so I decided to give Truffles, or whomever I replace her with, a mini garden. I do plant some trees, and I was hoping they just wouldn't grow, but they did, so I'm gonna leave them as stumps in the future, just because I think they're cute that way. Originally, I had planned to put some terraforming right beside Truffles' house, like a waterfall or something, but I didn't like how I had it visualized in my head, so instead I decided to line the edges with fences to keep just this whole build cohesive. The sides will match with the front of the build, and that way, on the ground level, I can add lush vegetation to kind of emphasize that the city is bordering the part of the island that's super foresty, that it is not, protected from that wildness, and kind of emphasize the overgrown aspect, that this is an abandoned city. Even the part where the villagers are is overgrown and very lush. Here, I start digging holes to plan out where I want trees to be right beside Truffles' house to achieve that look I mentioned, the overgrown aesthetic. I try to get them as close to the cliff edge as possible just so they are visible over the edge and they're providing a good background. And since I'm not sure what's going behind or to the left of this area, I keep it pretty thin, the line of trees, but I suspect I'll end up adding more eventually once I have a better idea of what's going over here. I think for this build, the part that tripped me up the most was trying to fill all of the empty ground space, because I do want this city area to be distinct from the foresty parts of the island. So I was trying to limit how many plants I used, even though I do want the whole island to feel overgrown. I didn't want to overdo it here so that this did feel, I don't know, more urban than the surrounding parts of the island. not, I'm usually super careful with flower placement, but for this area, since I did want it to feel overgrown and wild, I just kind of let the flowers go. Like, I just kind of put them everywhere, didn't really pay attention to what colors I was using, just tried to fill the space and make it look natural. And I felt like the most effective way, I guess, to do that would just be to not pay attention to it. Like I mentioned earlier, I decided to just go ahead and lay down the pathing for this house too while I'm at it. No reason to wait until I do the speed build for the other 3 houses, because the pathing is just going to be symmetrical on either side. But this is helpful because I do realize I need to move like this tree and everything, so I do get a good perspective on what the 2 different sides of the neighborhood are going to look like. I decide while I'm laying down this pathing that I want the path to end in corners wherever it's like next to an incline or whatever, so I edit this path like right in front of the staircase just because I want it to feel, I don't know, I guess it just feels more urban to me with the sharp corners, even though I do want them to be rounded within the neighborhood itself. Ruby's house has such a soft exterior and is possibly my favorite on the island, so I decided that I'm going to give her a very soft just area around her house. And while I was doing this, I was like, you know, why not go ahead and do this side of the path as well and just finish off the entire half of the neighborhood, because I was going to wait on this because I wasn't sure what I wanted here, but you can never go wrong with some trees and a swinging bench, so spoiler alert, that's what we do. I also decide that this is a perfect opportunity to use the daisy path for this build because I'm obsessed with it, and I don't know, I think it just looks really good here because this little bench area does feel like it should be abandoned and super overgrown, like not really organized anymore, so. I moved the bench over slightly because I want it to be in the middle of the two trees instead of closer to the tree on the left. So that's why I moved that. And then, like I mentioned, I want Ruby's area to be super soft and cute. So, cushions incoming. The stone path, when I'm pretty much done with the neighborhood, it's just not rugged enough, let's say. So I use the daisy path on the in-game path in order to create a super overgrown look, and I think it works out really well. The whole path ends up looking super cohesive with the rest of the island, but still distinct from the wild parts, just because it does feel more like landscaped, more organized, more man-made, I suppose. But yeah, I think this path definitely adds something to the in-game path to make it feel like it is wild, like it is a forgotten island. And with that, lovelies, we are done with today's build. My villagers were being very sociable today, so I had fun hanging out in the plaza with them. Look at Fauna clapping. I mean, what a cutie. Anyway, I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the video, but I am so casual today. Look at my frog tee. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. I ordered it from the Nook stop just because, and this is a spoiler / life hack, but if you order 100 items from the kiosk in Resident Services, you'll unlock the app on your phone. So I've just been ordering random things, and this was one of them. I'm obsessed with it. Anyway, this is my map now. You can see me standing next to Resident Services in the neighborhood around me. So that's what the path structure is going to look like. And it's clearly distinct from what the rest of the island is going to be, since I don't plan on using paths, like in-game paths, frequently. So yeah, super organized and ready to go. I still need to move one house on the right side, but let's go. You can see how lush it looks from Truffles' house, so I'm super happy with that. And you also can watch me chop down these short-lived trees. I was looking at them in confusion, like, wow, I really messed up. But yeah, you can see me chop them down. I forgot that you need to plant like fruit trees in order to stunt growth, but I thought having them close together would be enough, but it wasn't. I'm super happy with these new views that I have on my island, and I hope that you are too. This is a little challenge actually, but between finishing the build and showing it off, I actually added one item somewhere in the neighborhood where I walked through. Let me know if you caught it in the comments. Also, Truffles gave me a reaction, so maybe I'll let her stay on my island for a little bit longer, but probably not. Anywho, that's all I have for you all today. Thank you so much for watching the speed build. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. Sending all the love your way, and here's Peaches to tell you all goodbye until next time.
I love you guys so much, and I hope you liked this speed build because I did. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!